Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be adjusting the coilovers on the 300. So if y'all remember, we got this thing hitting pretty low. It's actually a little lower on the passenger side than the driver's side, which we'll take care of. But the front, on the other hand, is a little bit too low. So I like the rear. I like where the rear is at. It's pretty good. And actually, I might lower this side just a little bit. We'll see. I haven't decided what I want to do with the rear, but the front needs to come up just a little bit. Now, I'm not exactly raising the front. We're adding just a little bit of preload to the springs, which in turn I think will raise it up just a little bit. But it will also keep us from bottoming out. So currently when you drive the car, it, well, even like coming out of here, this is pretty flat and the car scrapes. So it's hitting the K-member up there. And when you're turning, you hit a bump, it rubs the fender kind of in here. So we're going to get these adjusted up a little bit today and see if we can get that corrected. Now, while I'm doing this, I also have some adjustable uppers in here for the car. So if that video is not out yet, stay tuned for that. But we're gonna get that taken care of, and I have something else ordered that'll take care of the rear. So we'll see, and then we'll see how the camber's looking on the rear. So I kind of measured it out the other day, and I got like a half a degree, which isn't terrible. So we'll see how we like that, and if we need to do anything with it. So I'm gonna get this down to the shop because this is actually gonna be in there for a few days. Because we're gonna do the uppers, we're gonna adjust these, and I got a power steering pump because last time I drove this car, the power steering pump went out. And I figured, since I gotta take my airbox and stuff out, why not? Because we have to do the same thing for those guys. So let's get this thing down there, and we'll get it apart and start adjusting. All right, guys. So I wanted to kind of add this into the video. Don't mind me having to rev the car up. It does this when it's cold. It's a little low on transmission fluid because it has the typical leak, but this thing, I'm gonna show you all this. I mean, it scrapes going in the shop driveway, it scrapes going in the house driveway, if you can hear that. It scrapes on this little hump in the yard. So I think putting a little bit of preload in the front is gonna help this out. And then, well, y'all can hear my power steering pump screaming. But like I said, part of what we're doing here is we're going to be taking care of that. So anyway, I gotta move some stuff out of the shop, and we'll get this guy in there and go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, so we're starting on the iPhone because it's not great lighting here, and well, the GoPro, it's not gonna show this very well. So anyway, what we're going to be doing here on our coilovers, these have two different adjustments. You have preload and height. To adjust the height, what you need to do is you'll have to take it off the bottom, and you should be able to droop this enough to adjust it up or down from there. Loosen this lock collar, and like I said, go up or down however you want to adjust it. What I'm doing, I'm not messing with the ride height. I'm just going to add a little bit of preload because when I'm driving, if I hit a bump, it's pretty soft, and when it comes down is when it bottoms out. So I'm going to add some preload, see how I like it. If not, I can go up. I think another inch and a not quite a half inch and 3/8, somewhere in there. So that's kind of where we're at there. But like I said, I'm going to adjust the preload. So to do this, we'll loosen the bottom collar a little bit, and then we will tighten the top collar up, raising it up, putting some preload in these springs. So let me hop back here. I have all my stuff in the trunk, so I'll grab everything. But you can see kind of what I was talking about with the rear on this side. Now the car is jacked up, so it's got more weight on the rear, but I like how it looks on this side. So I'm going to take the other side. I think I'm going to take the other side down and this side up just a little bit, kind of, you know, meet them in the middle. And then I think I'm going to roll these fenders. That way they tuck up in there nice, because this one rubs ever so slightly. But anyway, let's get these guys adjusted up a little bit. We'll put the wheels back on the car, and we'll see how it sits. Okay, so, and I do want to mention, you might be able to, with these locked, turn the, you know, the whole body with your lower ring loosened. I don't know how that works. I've never done it on this car, so that is that. But anyway, I do have my lower ring loosened off here. I'm going to leave it pretty close to where I had it. That way we have a little bit of reference. But I'm going to put some preload in this thing, and well, we'll see how she looks. Okay, so I don't know if it worked for your car, but it worked for mine. I loosened the bottom ring and was able to use these to spin this out. So I put a 1/2 inch of height in it, and between 1/8 and 1/4 inch of preload. So anyway, I'm going to throw the wheels and tires back on. We're going to sit this thing on the ground. I'll back it up, you know, forward, backwards a few times. We'll see how she looks, and we'll go from there. Also, while I was here, went ahead, I only put a clip in this, so that's not hanging out no more. So, like I said, let's put the wheels and tires on this thing. We'll set it back down on the ground, and we'll take a look and see how it looks. All right, so we got the wheels put back on with 2 lug nuts, just because, like I said, this car's about to come back apart. But we're sitting a lot better than where we were. Come over here, I'll show you all. So, like I said, we're sitting a lot better. Now, it is sitting on a block, so that's why, you know, over here and there looks different, but it is sitting on a 2x4, so that's kind of that. But if you feel up here, it is stiffer, so, and it seems to be better. So anyway, that's that. I'm gonna leave the rear alone for right now, but let me cut back. I have a picture of the rear, I believe. If so, I'll put a picture up here, and here in a moment I'll explain kind of what the process is for the rear. Okay, so I got y'all set up against the gauge cluster there, and I hope this is not too much in the way, but I threw a picture up there of kind of the whole suspension setup I got. Now in the rear is a little more difficult, if you will. So in the rear, what I had to do when I put this together to adjust it was I had to take the lock ring, put it all the way up, and then take and spin the perch with my hands to be able to get it to move, because the rubber ring that's in there, that's on the bottom of the spring, there's too much friction, and it didn't spin well. So that's what I ended up having to do with it. That's a kind of a pain, but that's just how the cookie crumbles with this one. So that is that. But, and then obviously the shocks themselves are much like the front. So with those, take them loose, spin them up, spin them down, wherever you need to be, and run your lock ring back down, tighten them, good to go. So, like I said, now after getting the car back together and seeing the front with no camber, which is nice, we are going to have to roll the fenders. So, I do have a fender roller ordered. It'll be here, I think, about a week or so. We'll give it a shot, but like I said, we're going to have to roll the rears anyway, unless we brazed it way up, and I don't like the way it looks. The car's kind of already nosediving a little bit, which I don't like myself. I like level, if not a little bit of lean. I don't know, personal preference, I guess, but either way, I do think what we're going to do in the rear is we're going to lower the driver's side to match. If not, split the difference. So lower the driver's side a little bit, raise the passenger side a little bit. That way they're level. And then we'll go from there. So I know the car's nosediving a little bit. I don't really care for that. But the 315 is a pretty good sized tire. So unless we put a bigger tire on the front, go with that whole deal, and then we'll have to raise the front of the car up again so it doesn't rub. I'm hoping right now it doesn't hit the fenders, because before, when you were turning, if you were turning and hit a bump and it come up and it just clipped, the fender. So nothing crazy, but you could hear it hit. So we should be good. So with that being said, let's get out here and let's take a look at the car now that it's all back together and has no camber, which is it's pretty nice. So when I get my power steering pump in, we should be good to go. And like I said, get these fenders rolled. That way they're good. So anyway, guys, let's hop out here and let's look at the outside of the car. Alrighty, guys. So we just finished with the control arms. The car looks great. We don't have any more camber, thankfully. No more camber, but I do think, since these are pretty flush with the car, I am going to have to roll the fenders just a little bit. I knew we were going to have to in the rear, but the front, I don't know. It might not settle that much. We'll see. But if we need to, we can add a little more preload or a little more height. So that is that. It does look weird, the car sitting on blocks, to get the jack out from under it. But the thing looks amazing. So super happy with it. Y'all let me know. What do you think down below? But guys, I got 2 videos worth of footage that I need to go in here and get edited, get cleaned up. It's almost 9 o'clock now, but super happy with this. So the car's still apart. We'll put this on when we do the power steering pump, but I don't know. I think it was supposed to be here today, then it got delayed. Then they were saying tomorrow, and then they were saying Friday. And I think now they're saying tomorrow again. So, we shall see. But nonetheless, I think that's going to be about it. Please drop a like and comment down below. Smash that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope everybody has a great day.